Hey everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back. I'm super grateful to be here with you. I am recording this practice from Portugal. Grateful to be here. This class, this practice is a practice that really focuses more on exploring the triangles throughout the sequences. So you'll find your hamstrings really start to open up. And there's also lots of twists, which means that we're going to be tapping into this stability, this place of stability and ease, and also balance and integration. So have a block. You might need it, one or two. And if you don't have that, that's okay. You can still do this practice. You're going to hear the sounds of nature, the sounds of birds, the sounds of just external sounds. It's early morning here, so the town will start to wake up. We'll finish this practice in a deep, nourishing Shavasana, and then we'll close the practice together, setting ourselves up for the rest of our day or whatever we'll get into after the practice. Okay, get into something comfortable and let's get this practice started. Let's begin on our backs. So go ahead and lay yourself down. And you can begin either with your legs straight out long, or you can start with the knees bent, with the feet wide, and knees fall in to touch. Hands can be placed on the belly, or you can bring your arms down by your sides. Maybe give the chest up a little bit, gently tuck the shoulders under, relax the back down so the heart space is nice and open. Close down your eyes. And let's invite into clearing and cleansing breaths together. So exhale your breath through your nose. Take a big breath in through your nose. Let your belly and chest fill up. And then a big exhale out through the mouth. Let it go. All the air goes out. One more time like this. Big breath in, fill yourself up, let your belly and chest expand. And then a big exhale through the mouth, release, just let it all go. All that stale air goes out. Gently close your mouth and start to shift your breathing in and out through both nostrils. Just allow yourself to land here and arrive on your mat. Soften your belly. Let your shoulders soften. Allowing whatever external sounds you may hear to take you deeper into your inner world. So tapping into your breath, allow your breath to be the bridge between the outside external world, that bridge to the internal landscape. So letting go of the last few moments, releasing any expectations you may have, and drop into the rhythm of your breath. Make the breath as smooth and as even as possible. So as you inhale, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, you feel the belly soften. Just allow yourself to anchor into your breath so that throughout your practice, you can stay tethered to your breathing, allowing your breath to be your guide. Starting to feel your body land on your mat. Perhaps you'd like to set an intention for your practice. It doesn't need to be grand, just allow it to be sincere. On your next inhalation, invite in that intention into your body, into your heart, into your whole being. And as you exhale, allow it to ground into your being. As you anchor into your breath, start to bring your knees in towards your chest. Interlace the fingers around the shins. Either be still here or gently rock from side to side. Keeping your right knee in, extend your left leg long. You can flex your feet here, relax your shoulders, and use your biceps to pull your right thigh in towards your chest. Soften your belly. Now inviting in a simple twist. You can take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh, roll over onto your left side. Right arm's going to open up, right palm faces up. Externally rotate the right shoulder. Just easing our way into the practice. Continue with your belly breathing. We're not forcing our body into any position. Just allow yourself to open up to it. The body will follow, it will unfurl. Come back to center. Place both feet on the mat. Give your hips a little lift up to recenter and lower back down. Bring your left knee and interlace the fingers around the left shin. Extend your right leg long, flex the feet. Use your biceps to pull the left thigh in. Continue with your soft belly breathing, effortless breath, smooth breath. And then bring your right hand to the outside of the left thigh, roll over onto your right side for a twist. Left arm opens up. Soften the left shoulder. Abdominal breathing. Come back to center. Place both feet down onto the mat. Give your hips a little lift up. Lower down, recenter so that they're even on the mat. Setting up for a dynamic bridge. Feet are hip width distance apart. Heels are close to your glutes. Toes are facing forward. Palms are facing down onto the ground by your side. First, we're going to inhale. Press your feet into the ground. Gently engage your glutes and lift the hips up. Arms stay where they are. Weight is even on both sides of the legs, and exhale, lower the hips back down. And we're going to add the arms into it. So as we inhale, you're going to lift the hips up and start to lift both arms up and over 2 tracks all the way up behind you. Backs of the hands touch the ground behind you. And as you exhale, lower your hips and lower your arms down by your sides. So you're syncing the movement with your breath. Again, nice and smooth. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. So again, make sure the weight is even on both sides of the legs, so one leg isn't dominating. And again, inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. So we're starting to awaken the back body, open up the shoulders. Exhale, lower the hips, lower the arms. Last time through, inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. This time you're going to keep the hips lifted. Exhale, only the arms lower down, palms down onto the ground. Pause here, continue to breathe. Gentle engagement of the glutes. Start to feel that back body enliven, nice and easeful. Breathe into your belly. You can stay here, or if you'd like, you can interlace the hands and gently walk the shoulders underneath, pressing your arms into the ground. How steady and stable can you be here? If you start to feel a little bit of heat or discomfort, can you soften even deeper into your breathing? Soften any expression you may be holding on your face. Breathe. If your hands are interlaced, release your hands, release your shoulders, palms down on the ground as you exhale. Slowly lower your hips, nice and slow, all the way down to the ground. Release your glutes, pause for a moment, feel that groundingness, starting to feel a little bit more awake. Bring your knees in towards your chest, interlace the fingers. Hands will come behind the backs of the knees. We're going to start to rock and roll up. So start to roll up a couple times. And then the next time that you roll up, we're going to pause for boat pose. So as you come up, pause here, legs together. Your toes can be on the ground, or you can let your toes hover, or bring your shins parallel to the sky or the ceiling, holding onto your legs, or you can take your arms out by your side, palms up, chest open, shoulders down the back, legs together. Breathe here into the belly. Just awakening the core. So that we feel supported throughout the practice. Imagine there's a string tied to your chest and someone is lifting your heart. Okay, now from here you're going to cross your ankles, pull the thighs in, cross your legs, hands go forward, and come over onto all fours. So hands are shoulder width distance apart, knees hip width distance apart. We're going to tuck the toes underneath and push up and back to downward facing dog. Push down through all 10 knuckles. Glide the shoulders down and away from the ears towards the sit bones. And give your legs a little stretch here. Bend one knee, bend the other. Just open up the backs of the legs. Getting those cracks out. And now start to shift towards committing to stillness. So your sit bones are reaching up. You can keep a little bend in the knees. This is more about the length of the spine. Broaden the upper back, wrap the upper arms around and in. Slight pull in of the belly. Focus your eyes on one point there between your legs, either at the wall behind you or any point that's not moving. That'll help to steady and focus your mind. All right, on your next inhale, lift your heels up nice and high and come forward into high plank. You're welcome to bring your knees down as you exhale. Bend your elbows, hug your elbows in, and slowly lower down onto your belly, point your toes. Give your shoulders a loop onto the back, elbows in. Tops of feet press down. Inhale to your baby cobra. Chest is open, lift, chin is in. Exhale, lower down. We'll do that one more time. Nice and smooth. Inhale, lift the forehead, chest, shoulders, elbows in, chin in, so the back of the neck stays nice and long. And then exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes underneath. Inhale, push up. And exhale, downward facing. Bend your knees a lot. Towards the end of your exhalation, walk or step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Pause here, bend your knees. Either stay with the hands on the ground, or if you like to grab opposite elbows, grab opposite elbows. You can stay steady, or if you want to sway, you can sway. Just release the back of your neck by bringing the chin in. Breathe deeply into your belly. If you have your elbows, release your hands back down towards the ground. On your next inhalation, inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to your shins or to your quads. Shoulders back, chest open, chin in. Exhale, forward fold. We're down with your feet. Inhale, rise up, biceps by the ears, thumbs back in space, all the way up to stand. And then exhale, arms down by your side, palms face forward, shoulders loop back. tailbone lengthens down, low belly zips in, proud open chest, eyes open and eyes along the horizon. Come back to your intention that you may have set in the beginning of practice. And if you haven't, just focus in on your breath, smooth breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, take your arms, circle them behind you, interlace the fingers. Shoulders loop back, extend the elbows. Knuckles down and away. Inhale, breathe into your chest. Exhale, bend in the knees, forward fold. Keep the knees bent if you'd like. Chin is in. Just a few breaths here, opening up the shoulders. If your hands are interlaced, slowly release them back down towards the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back, chest open, chin in, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to your high plank. Knees can come down if you'd like. Take a breath in here. Shift slightly forward as you exhale, Chaturanga. Come down halfway or to your belly. Inhale, upward facing. Elbows in, chest open. As you exhale, tuck your chin in, push up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose. A little exhale through the mouth if you'd like to let it go. Keep your hips nice and steady here. Inhale, sweep that right leg up, hips stay squared, push down through the palms. Exhale, bend your right knee, step your right foot forward. Between your hands, gently place the left knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Drop that right hip down, chest open, shoulders back, thumbs back in space. We're going to twist to the right. So take the outside of your left hand to the outside of the right thigh, right arm reaches back. Keep dropping that right hip down. Either look to the side or look back towards your right hand. Breathe into your belly. Drop that right arm down. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, frame your right foot and shift your hips back and extend that right leg. Right toes flex towards the face. Pause here for a breath. Soften the shoulders. And then re-bend that right knee. Place the right foot down. Tuck your left toes underneath and power up that back leg. Inhale here to lengthen the chest. Exhale, shift your hips back so your right leg extends. All 10 toes face forward. We're going to flow like this. Inhale, bend your right knee, chest comes forward, shoulders back. Exhale, shift your hips back, fold over your right leg. One more time. Inhale, bend your right knee, open the chest. Exhale, shift your right hip back, fold here, pause. Hands can be on blocks if you'd like or on your fingertips. And keep drawing that right hip back. Lengthen your torso out of your waist. Stay here if you'd like to add a little twist. Right arm's going to open up, but keep your hips where they are. A little bend in the right knee is okay. Breathe into your belly. Okay, if your right arm is lifted, look down and then lower your right hand down. Bend your right knee. We're going to take Skandasana to the left, so take your right arm to the inside of the right leg. You're going to open up your left foot, hips open up, left heel turns in, left toes out. So you're facing the long edge of your mat. You're going to walk your hands to the back of your mat, bend your left knee, and lengthen your right leg. Good. Other side, bend your right knee, walk over to the front of your mat, left leg extends. And then come back to face the front of your mat, all 10 toes face forward, frame your right foot. Inhale, come into a high lunge, reach the arms up. As you exhale, open up into warrior two. So left heel turns in, left toes open up. Look beyond your right fingers. Lengthen the right leg. Start to bring your hips back, preparing for triangle trikonasana. Start to lean forward, shift forward, reach, reach, reach forward, forward, forward. And then take your right hand either to your shin or right hand to a block on the inside of that right leg. Left arm reaches up. So from here, you're going to make sure your hips aren't sticking out to the side. You want to bring the hips into the midline and open up the chest and slightly lean back. Chest is open. Maybe you look up to your hand or just keep your head straight out in front of you or head down to protect the neck. Shoulders are out of the ears. And again, lengthen your torso out of your waist. Beautiful. Now you're going to use the strength of your core, making sure your legs are supporting you. You're going to lift yourself back up to standing. Bend your right knee, warrior two. You're going to scoop that left arm down, pivot onto the ball of the left foot, all 10 toes face forward, back into your high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, take your hands down towards the ground. Gaze out in front of you, step into your right foot, half split. Inhale, left leg lifts, flex your left foot, long spine, chin in. And exhale, lower the left leg beside the right, forward fold. Root down with your feet. Inhale, rise up. Keep the biceps by the ears, strengthen that back, thumbs back as you rise up. Exhale, palms touch in front of the heart space. Center here. Eyes along the horizon, chest open. Feel your feet on the ground. Breathe. Starting to feel a little bit more awake and alive, and yet rooted and grounded. This grounded expansion. Inhale, reach the arms up. Little bend in the knees, keeping the biceps by the ears, thumbs back in space. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, chin in, long spine. Exhale, plant your palms and step back. Take your flow or just shift back to downward facing dog. One breath per movement. Inhale is your upward facing or cobra. And then the exhale takes you back to downward dog. Cleansing breath if you need. Inhale. And exhale out through the mouth. A few breaths here. Stabilize. Steady your gaze, focusing on one point here. Steady your breath to steady your mind. Keeping your hips nice and steady. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Hips stay level. Keep pushing down through the hands. Exhale, bend your left knee, step it through. Between the hands, place your right knee down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Stay here for your exhale. Preparing for the simple twist. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left arm reaches back. That left hip's going to want to stick out. Keep it dropping down. Right knee is drawing forward. Magnetize the inner thighs. Look out or look back. Chest open. Breathe into your belly. Okay. Drop your left arm down. Inhale, both arms reach up. And exhale, take your hands down. From here, we're going to shift the hips back, lengthen the left leg, flex the toes towards the face. Pause here for a cycle of breath, soften the shoulders, long spine. And then re-bend your left knee, shift forward. Tuck the right toes underneath, power up the back leg. We're gonna flow here. Inhale, lengthen the spine, chest open. Exhale, shift your hips back, left hip pulls back. Fold here, twice more like this. Ride the wave of your breath. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, shift the hips back. One more time. Inhale, bend the left knee, shoulders back, chin in. And exhale, lengthen the left leg, pause here. Hands can be on blocks. Again, left hip pulls back. Lengthen the torso, the spine out of the waist. All 10 toes face forward. You can stay here if you'd like. Left arm's gonna open up, keeping the hips stable. Breathe into your belly. You can bend the left knee a little bit here. Make this more about your spine. If your left arm is lifted up, look down first. Exhale, lower your left hand down. Bend your left knee, preparing for Skandasana. So bring your arms to the inside of the left leg. You're gonna lift your hips up slightly, turn your right heel in, toes out. Now your hips are opening up. You're gonna bend your right knee, walk your hands to the back of the mat, and the left leg extends. And then walk your hands back to the front, left knee bends, right leg extends. And then come back to frame the left foot, all 10 toes forward, hands on either side of your left leg. High lunge, inhale, reach up, root down through your left heel. And then exhale, open up warrior two. Right heel pulls in, right toes fan out. Tuck your left glute underneath. Lengthen the left leg, so your legs are supporting you. Walk your feet in closer if you need, if the legs are too wide. Shift your hips back and start to shift forward. Reach, 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 lengthen. And then left hand can come down to the shin lightly, or to the block, or to the ground. And the right arm reaches up. So just as much as your right side of your body is elongating, you want to also elongate the left side. So legs into the midline, so hug that left hip underneath. As you gently lean back, chin slightly in, and focus your eyes on one point, abdominal breathing. Okay, to come out of the shape, block aside, preparing to use your core. Rise up with control. Bend your left knee. Dip your right arm down. Pivot to face the front of your mat. High lunge. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your hands down in front of you slightly. You're going to step into your left foot. Inhale. Reach the right leg up. Hips closed. Right foot is flexed. Lengthen the spine. Chin in. And exhale, lower the right leg down, forward fold. All 10 toes rooted down. Inhale, rise up, thumbs back in space all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, chest open. Anchor back into your breath. Soft gaze. Okay, lower your arms down by your side. From here, we're going to take a nice step back with the left leg. So your legs are on 2 tracks. Your left foot, your left toes are turned in about 45 degrees. You may need a block, so just have it close by. Hips are facing forward. Firm the back leg. Your right hand is going to go behind your lower back. So the back of the hand to the lower back, palm facing out. Right shoulder loops back. Hips squared. Reach your left arm up, thumb back in space. Inhale here. As you exhale, your right hip's gonna go back. And again, that torso's coming out of the waist. You can bend your right knee if you'd like. Coming down, nice and slow, long spine. For a moment, lead with your thumb. You're going to rise up, inhale. So your legs are steady and stable. Reach, come back up to stand. And again, exhale, lower down, bicep stays by the ear, thumb back in space. Nice and steady breath. Inhale, rise back up, leading with the thumb. Exhale, lower down, bicep by the ear. And this time, release both hands down to the ground or to the block. Right hip is pulling back. Fold here over the leg. Root down through that big right toe mound. Staying here. Or if you'd like to revolve your pyramid here, revolve triangle, you can bring a block to the inside of the right leg or no block. Maybe a little bit beside that right foot. Left hand on the block. And slowly reach your right arm open. Again, drawing that right hip back. You can always keep a little bend in that right knee and just lengthen the spine. Look out or up. And whenever you're in a twist or breathing in the belly, focus your eyes on one point. One breath at a time. How steady and stable can you be here? Okay, if your right arm is lifted, look down. Slowly lower your right hand down. Blocks aside. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pause here and bring your hands to your hips. Shoulders back. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Feel the power of your legs. And exhale, step your left foot forward. Pause here. Step back towards the center of your mat. Feet together. Bring your hands to touch in heart center. Preparing for warrior three with the option to go into revolved half moon. Shoulders back. Steady your breath. We're going to keep the right foot on the floor, on the ground. So you're going to just lift your left leg up and now slowly flex your left foot. Start to pendulum forward. You can keep a little bend in your right knee, but really engage your left leg. Chest stays open. You can stay right here with your palms touching or arms down by your sides, palms down, airplane arms. Or you can bring your hands down to the ground or left hand on a block and come into your revolved half moon. Right arm opens up. Breathe into your belly, wherever you are. Steady your breath to steady your mind. If you're in your revolved half moon, lower your right hand down. We're going to slowly come back up to that warrior three. Hands could come into prayer. And come to stand. Tadasana, mountain pose. Arms down by your side. Palms face forward, shoulders loop back. Eyes along the horizon. Pause here and just receive all that we just experienced. Noticing what's going on within your being, and just notice, not attaching. All right, preparing for the other side. So you're going to take a nice big step back with your right leg. And your right toes are in about 45 degrees. You're on 2 tracks. Hips are squared. Back leg is strong, really firm into the outer edge of the right foot. This time we're going to take the back of the left hand to the lower back. Palm is facing out, shoulder is back. Ribs are knitted in. So this is what you're holding throughout the sequence. Your right arm's going to reach up, thumb back in space. Breath in here, inhale. As you exhale, come forward, left hip's pulling back, bicep by the ear, strong long spine. Come down as you fold. Lead with your thumb. Inhale, rise up, chin stays in so the back of the neck is nice and long. Twice more. Exhale, bicep by the ear. Challenge the length of your spine as you come down. Inhale, rise. Challenge the strength of your spine as you rise up. And again, exhale, lower. Stay here. Release your hands down, fold into your pyramid. If you'd like to invite in your twist, revolve triangle, you can bring your right hand on a block here or on the ground. Left arm's going to open up. Keep drawing that left hip back. A little bend in the left knee if you need is fine. Look out to the side or look up, whatever's comfortable for your neck, or if it feels better to look down, look down. Abdominal breathing. Focus your eyes on one point. Okay, if your left arm is lifted, look down. Lower the left hand down, block aside, fold over your left leg. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the torso, the spine. Stay here, exhale, hands to your hips. Feel the power of your legs, shoulders back. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Pause here, mountain pose, shoulders back, eyes along the horizon. Steady yourself here. Okay, come back to the center of your mat, legs together. Hands in heart center. This time, your left leg is going to stay on the mat. Prepare yourself. Focus your eyes on one point. Bring your weight into your left foot, flex your right, and then start to pendulum yourself forward. Chest comes forward as your right leg flexes. Really engage your right leg. You can keep a little bend in your left knee. Shoulders back. Stay here with your hands in the center or arms alongside your body. Or if you'd like, hands come down. And maybe you come into your revolve half moon. Right hand can be on a block. Left arm now opens up. Look down or look out or look up. Abdominal breathing, eyes focused on one point. Don't worry about how high your leg is. How steady can you be? Now if you're in that twist, slowly lower your head down, and then your hand. Block aside. Super stable. Bring your hands back to prayer. Come back to warrior three. And then slowly start to stand. Come back to Tadasana. Top of the mat. Shoulders back. Eyes along the horizon. Allow yourself to receive here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold, biceps by the ears. Pause here for a cycle of breath. Let everything settle. Let's release the hips a little bit here. So bring the legs out, heels in, toes out, preparing for Balasana. So bend your knees. Sit here with your palms touching. You can always bring a block underneath your sit bones. Palms press into one another. The forearms, or the backs of the arms, triceps into the insides of the thighs. As you glide the shoulders down, breathe into your belly. Okay, release your hands down, lift your hips up, block aside, heel toe your feet back underneath the hip bones. Just start to bend your knees, come all the way down onto your sit bones. Preparing for a seated twist. So take your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee. Place your right foot to the outside of the left thigh. Lean over to your left. And keep your left leg straight, or you can bend that left leg and then bring your sit bones back down. Make sure both sit bones are rooted. If they're not, then extend the left leg. Right hand behind you as a kickstand, sit up tall. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And then exhale, twist to your right. Either hug that right thigh in or hook left tricep outside of right thigh. Whichever one you're doing, just don't force yourself into it. You want to draw that right thigh in toward your torso towards the thigh. Shoulders back, chest open, head is the last to turn. Deep abdominal breaths. And slowly untwist, come back to center as you inhale. And then exhale, pause here, interlace your hands around your right shin and receive your twist. Preparing for the other side, so extend your legs out long. And this time you're going to bend your left knee, place your left foot to the outside of the right thigh, lean over to your right, bend your right leg, and readjust. Both sit bones are rooted. Sit up tall, left hand behind you, use it as a kickstand. Inhale, right arm reaches up. And exhale, hug the left thigh in or hook. Triceps to the outside of the left thigh. Chest open, shoulders back. Head is the last to turn, so you're initiating the twist from the core. And then drop into your abdominal breathing. Eyes on one point. Perhaps you bring your inner gaze towards the space between your eyebrows or the center of your forehead. Inhale, untwist, come back to center. Pause here for your exhale. Receive. Just feeling that equilibrium. And final shape here, one of the more final shapes, second last one. Extend your legs out in front of you, preparing for a seated forward fold. Feet are flexed. You can always bend the knees a little bit here. reach the arms up. Inhale. Again, biceps by the ears, thumbs back. Exhale, come down about halfway. Lengthen, lengthen. Inhale, lead with the thumbs, rise up. And then exhale, grab a hold of the feet. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale here, halfway lift, shoulders back, chin in. And then exhale, fold here. So maintaining some length in the spine, some openness in the chest. Chin is in, relax your belly. As you fold, there's this negotiation between folding and lengthening and softening and keeping the heart space open. Deep abdominal breaths, inviting in this sense of groundedness, ease, and calming. Beautiful to come out of the shape. Inhale, biceps by the ears, lead with the thumbs, rise back up. And exhale, lower your arms down onto your thighs or onto the ground. Pause here, receive. Okay, we're going to come down onto our backs. Make sure there's enough space behind you. Come down here, bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall open. If that doesn't feel good on your lower back, feel free to bend your knees, take your feet wide, and knees fall into touch. You can also slide a couple of props underneath the backs of your thighs. Either hands on the belly or one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Again, open up the chest, tuck the shoulders under, close down your eyes. Pause and receive here, and with the hands on the body, just reminding yourself, just a gentle gesture to let go. You can stay here as your Shavasana if you'd like, or come into a more traditional Shavasana and take your legs out long, perhaps as wide as your mat, arms down by your side, palms up, making yourself comfortable. Any last adjustments? Maybe you'd like to take one more cleansing breath, breathing in through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. Release any effort or control of your breath. Close down your eyes, relax the energy behind your eyes. And just allow your whole body to rest on the ground. There's nothing left here for you to do. Inviting in this deep sense of ease and balance and integration. And the more that you soften here, the deeper you are held. Noticing what it feels like to be at home in the center of your multidimensional being. And know that this place of deep ease and balance and contentment is always available to you. It's your birthright. Now, from this place of deep ease, slowly start to deepen your breath once again. Allowing your breath to gently stretch you from the inside out. Start to bring in some gentle movement back to your body. Maybe you move your fingers and your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Maybe you bring your arms up overhead for a nice big stretch, stirring your body back into wakefulness. Maybe you bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug, acknowledge your efforts. And then roll over onto one side and pause on your side for a moment. Take a few deep breaths into your upper back, this in-between space, transition space. And then start to bring yourself back up to an upright, seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, hands on your thighs or in your lap, shoulders back. Close down your eyes, back of the neck long. Pause here. Just pause in this place of inner stillness. Pause here, receive your breath. Receive the moment. And bring your palms to touch in front of your heart space, slight bowing of the chin. Acknowledge the teacher that exists within you, the light that is within you. May we always remember that deep space within us of deep ease, and balance, and contentment. It is always a breath, a moment, and a choice away. Take a breath in here. Exhale, land in your being. Thank you for sharing your practice. From my heart to yours, namaste.